What's up, guys? It is time, nearly 5 years later, to do another solo engine pull. I had pulled the motor out of my 2006 WRX to bomb-proof it, which all these years later seems to have worked. Little backstory, I quit my job about a month ago. First thing I did when I quit my job was go out and buy a broken Subaru, because what else would a normal person do when they quit their job right after signing a mortgage? Here is the Subaru. It is a 2006 Forester that has an STI motor in it, and it's actually pretty sweet. It is automatic. I do wish it was manual. If it was manual, I'd probably fix it and keep it, but it's just too much screwing around to manual swap it, and I don't know what's going on like ECU wise in there to run a STI motor in with an automatic 2006 Forester XT. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't really have all the time in the world to figure it out either. So this one's going to be a part of it. I should also note that I bought this at like a really bad time. I need my shop in like a month when it starts snowing to store that thing. Or my Subaru, one of the two. I need my shop. And now this is in my shop. And for Subaru people, you'll probably already know what I'm about to show you based off of that. These things love to rot back here. And before you know it, your BC coilover is in the room with us. So I'll give you guys a little look. It's got lots of little goodies happening here. Big fat Mishimoto rad. Well, we are already off to a terrible start. I just realized that I don't have any of my power tools here. We are gonna have to use hand tools. Okay, so first things first, anything that is going from the motor to the body needs to come off. Otherwise, it's going to get hung up as you're pulling it out, and then everyone's panicking as the engine's swanging around in there, and it's still got something connected. So now that the lower rad hose is off, I just have to take off these bolts here, 1 and 2, for the upper rad mounts, and then these hoses here. Man, I really am improvising today. I don't have any of my actual tools because my pouch is not here along with my power tools, so we're just using whatever I can find today. Okay, you can just tuck that somewhere else. Whoever did this was a G because they left it accessible on this side. If someone's already been in here, they've probably switched it out to gear clamps, which God bless, because the other style keeps me up at night. There it goes. It's almost touching the pulleys. I'll show you what I mean. So on a stock Subaru, that would never be that close to the rad. Unfortunately, I lied to you, which is probably going to happen a lot throughout this experience. There is, oh my god, I'm gonna get dripped on. There is a connector right there for the fans. That also needs to come out. Okay, unfortunately, I cannot figure out for the life of me how the front end comes off so that I can get the rad out. The rad is like literally stuffed in there, like it will not come out. It's wedged underneath the pulleys. But we're gonna pause for today, and I'm going to research that and come back and try again tomorrow. Never mind. I lied again. We're gonna finesse it out right now. The fan is stuck. Come on. You can do it. Oh my god. The tiniest bit further. Yes. Come on. What am I stuck on? No. There's a second. Oh, there's a second fan connector. Nobody move. And that's in the worst spot ever. Oh my god, look at that. For real this time, that is where we are going to leave it for today, and I will be back tomorrow to do some more. Hey guys, we are on day 2 of pulling this STI motor. So the last time I was out, left off with taking the rad out. The whole car is drained now, oil and coolant, so we're pretty much good to keep going. It is absolutely freezing today, so I'm probably not going to do that much. I'm probably going to take this off, get this out of the way, the washer jug, and definitely take the intercooler off because that'll give us a little bit more room. And I think I'll probably take the intake off as well, just to open up some more space for next time I'm out. Okay, so unfortunately, it is now getting to the point where I can't feel my fingers. Oh my god. Why is it raining sideways? That clamp is off now. Ooh. This thing definitely needed a catch can. Alright guys, we are on day 3 of pulling this STI motor out. I've put in a couple hours here or there for the last couple days. I've also been renovating my house, so I've been kind of torn between the two things, and I really haven't gotten a lot done on this at all. So today we're going to try to make some progress. First things first, I'm going to disconnect these fuel lines. I still need to take the air intake off, so I'm going to do that as well. These fuel lines are pulled off now. I just capped them off with a bolt so that they don't leak everywhere. It's kind of annoying when you're working and it just smells like gas. These two fuel lines I just taped up here because they were in the way. Anything that you can get out of your way to make a clean space for this to just come up and out without snagging on anything, the better. So I have all of these looped back around to the motor because they're going to come out with it. Anything that you're going to want to come out with the motor, just kind of loop it to the motor. That way it stays put when you're trying to lift. Now, awesome thing on this motor is someone has already drained and disconnected the AC, so I don't even need to do that. Normally, because I don't want to drain it, normally I just take the compressor off and flop it to the side, but I don't need to do that because this is not connected. However, over here, I have missed something that goes from the car to the motor. If you follow it all the way, it goes to the alternator, and I almost forgot to take that off. Okay, so now we're starting to see how anything that's from the car to the motor needs to come off, and when you have all of it, there should be a gap all the way down and back, and you should be able to see that there's nothing coming off the motor that's going to any of these harnesses. Now if we come over to this side, passenger side, we're almost good. This needs to come off. This needs to come off. That's for the air. This needs to come off. Alrighty guys, so that is it. We are clear on this side. And now that I removed that power steering line, I just I taped it up here. So I actually don't have any zip ties in here somehow. I had to put my hair in braids because I'm going to be going underneath now, unfortunately, to get the lower engine mounts and the lower bow housing bolts. So this way, pro tip for the girlies, you just stick your braids in there and then pull your hood up, and then you're protected. You can lay on the floor and you don't run over your hair. Okay, well that was awful. That was like 3 hours worth of being underneath the car and trying all these different sizes of, look at my arms, oh my god, different sizes of sockets, trying to get the stupid bow housing bolts out. And unfortunately on this car, the boots for the front axle had ripped and there was grease everywhere. Like every surface on the underside of that car is coated in grease. So I'm a mess, but I do have all the bow housing bolts out. I did get all the turbo bolts off by myself, which I'm super proud of because those are so hard to get off. I just used a whole lot of leverage. I used a breaker bar and actually my jack handle on the end of it, and just really reefed on it until it cracked, and then was nice to it as it came out because I didn't want it to break. But yeah, we are pretty much ready to pull here. I did just Google it. Automatics are a little bit different than manual Subarus. Instead of a clutch fork and you get like a clutch pin, for this with an automatic, I guess there's a plug on the driver's side head that I need to go look for, and that's to release the flex plate. I don't know. I gotta do more digging into that, and I'll be back in a sec. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so close, but I couldn't find the plug. I found the plug. I put this turbo thing on from my other motor because that's what I normally loop around. This one didn't have one. I am losing light, so I'm trying to go fast. The little plug is on the right-hand side for an automatic. It's a little rubber plug, and those are the bolts I need to take out, so I'm gonna do that now. I wasn't a huge fan of that. Seriously? Okay, so we are so close. It is separating. Now it's just a matter of wiggling until it comes out. Here it goes. Success. That's number 2. All right, guys, it is nighttime here now because the sun sets at like 4 or 5 o'clock now, which is super lame. But we are all set. The motor is out. The torque converter this whole big shebang got stuck in there. It was supposed to stay with the transmission, I think, and pop off because that was the whole point of taking the 4 bolts off through that little like window plug thing. But it got stuck to the back of the motor, and that was what was preventing me from getting it out. But I just wiggled, used a pry bar, and it came out just fine. So here is our motor out in one nice little package, one nice little piece. And this is why I said, if you kind of loop everything back to the motor, it comes out real easy. Like everything just kind of comes up with it, and you drop it down, and now you got this nice little package. That is all for today. We are all done. I am exhausted, but really happy that I was able to get it out completely by myself again. This is my second one that I did entirely by myself. First one I did when I was like 20 or something. So it's nice to know that I still got it. So yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments.